Hello, I'm Lugatorix, and welcome to part 3 of the Rebels campaign on Rome Total War. And, well, normally when you're on a sort of like part 3 of a series, not a huge amount's going on, you're just getting started, you know, you might be taking the odd settlement in nice easy battles. Here, we've got absolute anarchy. We've got settlements under siege, we've got settlements that we've put under siege, and then we've just got total chaos and settlements all over the map. Armies spawning out of nowhere. It's absolute madness. Basically, it's been a crazy start. So I'm going to try and quickly summarize what's going on, but obviously normally when you're in the third episode, you don't normally have 31 regions. By the way, net gain of 1 region since I've started, so not been too bad. So now, where it's not going quite as well is Greece, because we had a really crippling loss outside of Corinth, and we also had an unfortunate event outside of Thessalonica, which means really we've lost the bulk of the force near Athens. Now, Athens is looking very vulnerable. I mean, the Macedonians could take it within 2 turns easily. And is this our ship? No, that's not our ship. We were having a ship going towards Cadonia. Yeah, this one. This one is going towards Cadonia at some point, hopefully, to try and pick up these guys to go towards Athens, so we have a bit of more of a chance. Now, we did take Pergamum last time, and we do have this big army, which I think, in all honesty, once it's retrained, should probably actually go and help out Athens, rather than going into the Pontics, who are also moving towards Nicomedia. That's also happening. So actually, I don't think there's a huge amount more we can do, because we've moved pretty much everyone we can, and I think we have everywhere under siege that we can as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of recruitment, bit of construction, and we'll end the turn and see what more chaos can ensue. I'm sure there'll be plenty of it. Now here's the thing, I was told that settlements like Vicus Gothai you can't recruit, even if you build barracks, I think. I'm going to test if that's right. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it in all these regions, but I'm just going to do it in, how about we do it just in, Vicus Gothai, why not? So what we'll do is we'll build some barracks in Vicus Gothai, and if in 2 turns we decide that we can actually recruit here, then we'll build it everywhere else. But I don't want to waste a ton of money by building loads of barracks if they do nothing for the rebels. I'm not entirely sure if they do. But at least we have these settlements, and they're giving us tax revenue at the very least. Alright, I've spent and done all that I think I particularly need to, so let's end the turn, see what madness happens, and we'll sort of reassess from there. Is basically what I'm thinking. So we've got these guys moving towards Leptis Magna. Good. Maybe they could go on an offensive at some point. Okay, there's a couple of things happened there. Firstly, the Macedonians look like they put Athens under siege, which is really bad, because it means that next turn they could take it easily off of us if we don't get troops there in time. It reckons it's pretty even. Do you know what? If the strength ratio is in our favour, we might as well just auto-resolve. Yeah. Oh. Okay, well maybe I should have actually done that. Oh well. It's alright. And then, another rebel army in the corner that I didn't actually see. We'll auto-resolve this as well, because honestly I'd quite like them just to go. Average defeat, fine, go. Right, Nicomedia's under siege, we'll sort that out in a minute. And Syra they're going to take, I think, or did they not quite get there in time? The Germanics have taken that. Britain have gone for Tara, that's very rare, but okay, fair enough. So we've lost that as well. Okay, so we did lose 2 settlements at least there, but somehow the Pontics been insanely stupid and not actually managed to take Ancyra, because they couldn't quite get there in time, but they're certainly going to take it. So that's all right. Ancyra isn't particularly noteworthy, to be honest. Let's first of all have a look at Athens. So Athens, we have no chance, I don't think, at defending. Well, we have a couple of hoplites, but this is quite strong stuff. Macedonian cavalry is not to be underestimated, that's for sure. So is it possible for us to actually get physically troops over there? Bear in mind this Seleucid navy is actually in the way. Hopefully we can, but I'm not entirely sure. So we'll do what we can. So we're going to move all these guys across, apart from you, Peltas. You're not particularly needed, and get onto this ship. And then just make your way as quick as you can towards Athens. Just please be quick, because we're in a spot of bother over there. Now, Nicomedia, let's have a look at that. So, we have Pharnaces, himself and 3 other units against a not too shabby force, actually. So, we could potentially defend that. We're going to have to try, because, we'll have to do what we can do. Right, we can't recruit in Ancyra. That proves it then. A barbarian muster field you cannot recruit in, so we stand no chance of keeping Ancyra. Fine, okay. Let's focus on the more important regions first. I'm looking at Egypt first of all. So this rebel army. Now, I don't know what is at Alexandria. Also, they moved away from Thebes. Interesting, so we can keep Thebes, and Neco-Sotir can actually go back on the offensive, potentially putting Memphis under siege. Now, are there any mercenaries? No, sadly not, but I think we should just go straight back on the offensive. Why the hell not? Well, this is Captain Thutmose. He's basically nothing, so why don't we just knock him back quickly with this army, and he is in a spot of bother. And then how about we just take this bridge? If they want to attack us, yeah, Alexandria's looking weak. So Alexandria's looking very weak. I reckon we can take that. Neco-Sotir, stay in Thebes for the moment, purely because this army is looking a little bit menacing. But if he gets drawn up north towards Alexandria, could leave Memphis a little bit vulnerable. So that's cool. These guys can put Sidon under siege. Now, I always forget to do this. I'm going to look at what rebel armies have spawned, because that's a decent one. That's a very decent one. That's a pretty damn decent one. Yes. The rest of you guys, go towards Sidon and help them out, please. Beautiful. Now, as for this army, we know that attacking the Gauls is pretty stupid because they can't really recruit a whole lot. But the Julii settlements, they will be able to recruit, I believe anyway, I hope so. So, man, imagine if we could sneakily attack the Julii. It'd be a huge risk, but kind of one we have to take. Now, the problem is, the limiting factor is ships. And unfortunately, none have spawned around here as far as I can see. So we're going to have to wait until we get a port. But why don't you guys just go back to Segestica for the minute, and then you can launch an offensive against the Julii pretty soon. People are going towards Massilia as well. That is a bit of an issue. So sadly, not a huge amount of rebel armies have actually spawned. We still only have the one general, yeah. So we'll have to do what we can. So, with that all being the case, there's not a lot more I can actually do this turn as far as I can tell. It's very, very difficult at this stage. So, I'm going to do a bit more recruitment, a bit more construction, and we'll end the turn. We're definitely going to lose Ancyra. But if we can keep holding Nicomedia, take Sidon, and then hopefully take Alexandria, we're going to make some progress, which is really good. If by some miracle we can keep Athens or retake in the next turn, that would be really good as well. Alright, let's end the turn. I've got a feeling we're going to be fighting a battle in just a minute. Well, here we go. So what is this? What is this one? Is this a naval? Oh, this is a naval one. Oh, that's the one carrying the army. Please win this. Clear victory. Oh, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Okay, he's on our side today. Right, so the Pontics have taken Ancyra. The Gauls have put under siege Massilia. The Germanics are going to take Lugdunum. That's absolutely fine. I do want to keep Massilia, though. So, you know, we'll see what we can do there. It seems like a rebel army spawned somewhere in, like, France, Germany region. Dacians are taking Lovasy. Again, that's fine. These are rubbish settlements. We can't recruit from them. We're getting hardly any money from them. So, very little point actually, you know, trying to keep them. You really need to start coming down and helping out, actually. So, please do that. Okay, so a lot is going on. Trait increase for... so we've got someone new. Conovindus of Dibractes. Let's have a look at where you are. You've spawned with an army. Not really in the best region, but okay. That's not really the best region, but okay, if we can try and do something with you, we will. Now, we've lost that Egyptian guy. I'm not sure where he is, but I think we should just put Alexandria straight under siege and ignore him and ignore this army as well. There they are, at Pries and Kunoptep. Well, we have managed to draw them all up north, if anything. So, we'll see what we can do. Just build the rams anyway, although we're very likely to be attacked soon. And that means that Neco-Sotir needs to get out of Thebes, bring all of these guys apart from one peasant, just to make sure they can't walk in, and go and attack Memphis straight away. So we now have two Egyptian settlements, two crucial Egyptian settlements, I might add, under siege, which is beautiful stuff. So they're on the back foot, hopefully, anyway. And we have reinforcements coming over. You need to get over to Memphis as quick as you can, dude. So just be quick. Nicomedia, they didn't attack. The Pontics were too scared. They went and took the easy settlement, but they were too afraid to actually get the one with hoplites in. So that's fair enough. Now in Sidon, there's an Egyptian army that's come over to try and get in the mix. And we've actually got some more armies spawning over here as well. Right. Okay. Well, first of all, let's see, if we attacked Sidon, would this second army get involved? No, and also we have the big advantage, in fact. 2 Nubians and a skirmisher, nothing too amazing. But if we have reinforcements, wait a second, if we have reinforcements, we might as well bring them over. Beautiful, that would be lovely. So, should be a nice easy battle here, and we can take another settlement off the Egyptians, or this might be the first, I'm not sure. But really, I think we're doing quite well against the Egyptians. This is where it's going the best. So, let's see what we can do. Captain Bahuaka and Captain Ashkinza can't say anything. Let's just fight the battle and not pronounce things. The real battle is saying the names, damn it. Right, here we are. Now we have the overwhelming force. Let's start the deployment, please. We should be controlling both armies. If the AI controls the other one, I won't be too happy. Now, the other army doesn't have a ram anyway. It's probably not even needed. Like, I probably won't get them involved unless it's really, really necessary. But it's nice to have them as a backup anyway, because when you're playing as the rebels, who knows what might happen. Now, we have quite a lot of archers, so the spearmen will be vulnerable, and then the cav can just probably run down the skirmishers or whatever, or more likely our eastern infantry, because they're more replaceable. So start the battle. Move forward, and is that the Nubians? Well, right, if that's the Nubians, pause for a second. Literally get the archers up here quickly and start firing on them, because if we can get some hits on the Nubians, who are probably the strongest units they've got, we might as well. That would be a running order, please, if you wouldn't mind. And yeah, they'll be able to get a few shots in the back, which will be cool. They probably won't be able to reach the plaza because they're not Cretans, but that's alright, no big deal. There is a unit right there that's standing there getting hit, so, you know, we can do a bit of damage. Right, so we've got a shot of those Nubians, cool. And then we can have actually the cavalry archers like this. If they're going to stand at the front gate, we can just pepper them. It's cool. Okay, so we're just wearing them down. Make sure you don't go in the city, guys. Just stand your ground. And we actually have another unit of archers that aren't getting involved. Damn it, one of them was slightly in the range of the towers. Stupid. Stupid of me. Oh well. Still, we've killed over a quarter of their army before we've even entered the city, which is lovely stuff. Also, I've just realised... Are the reinforcements? Oh, they're the reinforcements. That's why they weren't with us. That's cool, guys. Just stay where you are, okay? Well, look, we freed up the entrance, so why don't we enter the city? I really want the Eastern Infantry to be dealing with the skirmishers. Are these guys over here with us or not? Like this. And then we can get the archers in behind them. Then we can do a bit of damage to the Nubians at the very least. Oh, here come the Nubians. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The Nubians are coming over. Okay, we'll defend this area. You horse archers, just get a few hits on them, but don't go in the city. I reckon with the Eastern Infantry here and the horse archers, if they could just fire in, guys, come on. They could just fire in into the backs of them, they're going to have a rough old day. They're already shaken, so I don't particularly fancy their chances, but we're not quite getting the right angle at the moment. All of you need to run as well, please. So how are they doing? Steady. We're steady. We're losing men, though, because we're not very good. Get in there, guys, and Eastern Infantry. See, I didn't particularly want to be dealing with the Nubians with my... No, go, stop. Get out the city. Out the city, naughty boys. Okay, good, right. Come on, 2 units of Easterns, there we go, they've finally broken. They took a few men with us, but that's alright. Okay, now the others are coming over, that's cool. So, what we need to do is we need to get you guys here, and running over here like this as quickly as possible, okay? That's a running order, that's it, beautiful. Archers, oh, you're on skirmish mode, that's probably the issue with you. Just get back here. Don't particularly like archers on skirmish mode. They're getting some nice hits on the Nubians at least, or they were until they cowardly went back. Okay. Let's just advance forward. Here we go. So they're advancing forward, we're advancing forward, but our archers are going to be firing in a second. They might get a few hits with skirmishers. That's alright. These units, apart from the archers, are mostly replaceable, but I think they're going to hit our Eastern Infantry. So, it's not all too bad. I think we're winning the battle of fire, personally. Right, if that's just the stupid... If it's just these guys, you guys come forward. Yeah, they've gone back, but they're going to get back to the plaza. Well, I think we can fight them on the plaza. Screw it. Can we just dominate them? Yeah, they're down to 13 men. Beautiful. Okay, Easterns, retreat. Archers, come up along here, please. The Nubians have come in. We're going to be firing in on them. So fire in. You get round the back of the Nubians. Get round the back. No, they've broken. Damn it. Okay, fine. Fine. You guys get back. We always knew the East Infantry were going to break at some point. Just get back, archers. Don't you dare charge. Don't you dare charge, you naughty boys. Don't you dare do that. Get out of there. Get out. Get out. Run. How many times do I have to click? Christ. Right, at least these guys got in the back of the Nubians. That's quite clever. Just fire in, but you don't have to fire from 2 meters away, okay? You're archers. That's not your job. Now, these guys don't know how spears work, which is good for me. But knowing my Eastern Infantry, they will still break, even though the Nubians are being incompetent. These guys are broken. Don't care about them. That's their captain down. That should be pretty much it. End the battle. Beautiful. So, 207 kills to 146. Could have gone a bit better, but I think most of the casualties were rubbish Eastern Infantry. They go to battle basically wearing pyjamas, so that's their own fault that they're dead. So, perfectly fine. I'm happy with how the Middle East and sort of Egypt, this region's gone great. We've taken Damascus, we took Sidon, I think we took Palmyra, I can't remember. How about we occupy? Now the Egyptians are still nearby. There are 2 captains, but honestly I feel like we've got a pretty decent force here to actually drive them off, which we might do in a second. Right, the Gauls are being quite aggressive though. Now we need to keep Segestica. We have Captain Orgetorix. Now that isn't an amazing army. In fact, that's quite a poor army. And we have Illyrians. So I think we should fight these guys in the open field. But you know what? First of all, I think I'm going to drive some of these Egyptians off. Probably the majority of this will be off camera just because it's probably not going to be a particularly interesting battle. But if it is, then I'll show it. That's for sure. Right, so we're going to attack these guys. They're probably going to back off. Like the cowards they are. The Egyptian cowards they are. You guys join these rebels if you wouldn't mind. And then, well, attack Captain... We'll call him... No. Stop. No, we can't attack him. Okay, well, do you know what? Whatever. Okay, we didn't have enough movement points. I don't know. It's all pretty stupid to me. It's cool. If they attack us next turn, I think we have plenty of force. If they go away, then that's cool. Really, we're going to be heading down towards Jerusalem anyway. So actually, they're not really the target. The target's Jerusalem. So that's absolutely fine by me. Sidon is very unprotected, but we'll sort that out in a minute. This is a pretty solid army, though, so good stuff. Now, like I said, the Gauls are the next fight we're going to be doing. Captain Orgetorix. So we have plenty of skirmishers here. Do you know what? I'm probably not even going to bring the militia hoplites and naked fanatics to battle. You guys can go back to Segestica, and then in Segestica, we have another unit of Illyrians. Beautiful. Love Illyrians. So you join the crew, and then why don't we attack Captain Orgetorix? Oh, you don't want to fight now. You just wanted to walk into our territory, did you? Well, guess what? We don't like that. Here we go. So, we have, 2 units of warband. They're going to get absolutely demolished. We'll take 0 hits. I'll probably cut out the majority of this battle because it's literally going to be a bunch of men throwing spiky things at a bunch of men that can't move as fast. Anyway, let's see how we do. Okay, here we are. Basically what I'm going to be doing is having these guys in a massive long line on skirmish mode. It's absolute cheese, but you know what? It's a legitimate strategy. That's what I'm going to be doing. And they're just going to run forward and attack these guys. They can't back off, so they're going to be really screwed. Love it. Right, one of the units broke. Why don't you try and chase him? Or we're not going to quite be able to get to him, you know. We're doing a pretty good job, though. They just cannot physically reach us. We're absolutely cheesing the hell out of them. Alright, stop again. Okay, beautiful. Alright, beautiful stuff. The other unit broke. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, that's the end of the battle for them. Love it. Alright, 212 kills to 0. I'll take that. Stupid Gauls, get out of our territory. Alright, so that threat's been beaten back. We can now return to Segestica. All is good. Right, okay, so. I just realised the Macedonians were really stupid because actually if they'd attacked Athens this turn, the turn just gone, then they could have taken it. But now we've got this nice old army coming over, and we also have the lads from Macedonia coming over because we can get them by ship. So first of all, let's do this sensibly. If we get this ship over here, now this army, if we just attacked the Macedonians right now, would they back off? What have they actually got? Oh, it's a bunch of cav though, isn't it? We probably want to fight that in the city actually rather. Well, look, we'll attack them. Yeah, they don't want to do that. Okay, fine, I don't blame them. Then we'll withdraw, and at least we're in the zone of control. So when they attack Athens, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them. Now, as for Macedonia, we need to get you guys coming over as well. So literally all of you come over. Maybe minus the militia hoplites, we don't particularly need them. Come over on this ship, and again, get over to Athens. You're going to help defend that as well. So Athens I feel pretty good about, actually. Now, I think that's pretty much all we can do because we have the Egyptian settlements under siege, which is wonderful. That's really, really good. We're moving towards Jerusalem. Bostra, as I said, that's a foregone conclusion. So what I'm going to do is, well, first of all, let's have a look at the new general. The new general is Kunavindus of... This guy looks old. He's actually not old. He's 27. Good defender, drill master. That's not good. Been in the wars, confident commander. Bit of a mixed bag, nothing that amazing. Him and 3 warband, but the warband are really expensive to upkeep, aren't they? Okay, now, him, if we could somehow get him physically to Massilia, that would be great because that's where he's needed. So really, just start making your way to Massilia. Pick up any good mercenaries on the way if you can. Right, so I'm going to look for other rebel armies. And if I can't find any, we'll end the turn and see what happens. But we can potentially take a couple of settlements if we play things well. Right, I've deleted most of the troops. There's one naked fanatic up here. If he could somehow make it all the way down, then he's more than welcome to live. If he can't, then sorry dude, you're dead. I mean, you just spawned in the bad place. And also, it's pretty cold, okay? You shouldn't really be naked in the middle of the snow. Bad idea. Alright, well that seems like everything. Let's end the turn and see if we can inflict some damage, particularly on Egypt. That would be quite important. Alright, let's go. So, these guys, we've got a couple of lads moving towards Lepkis Magna, nothing too exciting. The Egyptians have put Damascus under siege. Okay, fair enough. And, this is going to be a big fight. This is okay, this is going to be tough. Right, well, worst case scenario, we inflict a lot of damage and we can take Memphis with ease. So this could just be a bit of a sort of decoy fight army. This is going to be a real tough one though, because we've got at least 2 generals. So we've got Captain. Do you really want me to say that name? You probably don't. Okay, we've got a captain. And a pretty decent one as well. It's a bit of a shame because actually these guys are quite good. We've got some camels, we've got some horses, we've got some archers, and we've got basically no good infantry. It's the only problem. Against Kunoptep, which is 2 generals. Oh god, okay. Peasant skirmishes. I mean, this isn't amazing, but the 2 generals, they're going to probably tear us apart. Particularly as we don't have any good spearmen. Another general and some more chariots. Well, very, very unlikely we win this, but if we can inflict a lot of damage, then we can take Memphis, build up, and then move on towards Alexandria. Bear in mind, we're hoping to do damage up here in Jerusalem as well, so the Egyptians are still not having a good time of it. So we'll fight this, we'll see how it goes, and yeah, let's just pray for the best, okay? Oh, no way! Oh, this is probably good. Oh, I did not realise this. This is a bridge battle. Is it? Okay, apparently there's a bridge outside Alexandria. You can see actually the Pharaoh's Lighthouse over there. Oh, well this means we could have a chance. Now, it's a real tragedy that we don't have any more Eastern Infantry. If we had like 3 units of Eastern Infantry, we'd be balling right now. Unfortunately, we don't, but this is very interesting. Okay, well, let's get the Eastern Infantry at the sort of mouth of the bridge, that's what you call it, like this. If the chariots charge into them, they could be pretty screwed. If they don't break, which they are very likely to do, in fact. But you know what, we'll try. And look, the archers can be either side, and then we can have the cavalry. These cav can fire over the top, and then we can have another unit like over here, another unit over here. This could be very interesting. This is not at all what I expected, but you know what, it's a very welcome surprise. Let's start the battle and pause it, and yeah, both armies are starting from the same side. They both have got to get across the bridge. Real tragedy though, that we only have that 1 unit of infantry. That is a real shame. But still, guys, just get across the bridge as quick as you can and start firing. That would be lovely stuff. Now, best case scenario, like I said, the chariots will charge straight into the spears and just collapse. Now, chariots are good. They're very tricky to deal with. But if you have spears and they charge directly into the spears, you're having a good day because they have a defense of like 2 or 3, I think. Really, really bad defense. The issue is going to be if the Eastern Infantry break straight away, which, like I said, particularly without a general, very big possibility that's going to happen. What I really want is for the archers to fire. Look, archers, whichever unit that is, stop firing for the moment because I think you're firing on peasants, and that's not. Peasants are not important. What I want, in fact, have all the archers on defensive mode so they don't keep moving around, and if they can get in range of the chariots, that's what I particularly want. So just get up as close as you can to the bank of the river and see if you can fire across at them because, like I said, low defense, they're vulnerable to missiles as well as spears. They haven't quite got the range. That's really pathetic. That's really pathetic. No, guys, I actually don't want you firing particularly at the moment. Stop firing because you're just wasting. I mean, admittedly, Bowman is quite a good one to be firing at. Yeah, they're coming forward. Good. Right, stop for a second. So, right, just get in range of the chariots. The prime target is the general. Because if we can kill a general, we're on to a good one. We're on to a very good thing. Now, what have we got coming across the bridge? Peasants, that's cool. Peasants are worse than Eastern Infantry, although these guys are steady frightened by the chariots, which isn't good. Chariots are nowhere near you, dudes, okay? Just stay alive. If these guys collapse, we are a bit stuck, really. So you really just got to hold, dudes, okay? Right, come on. You focus on those chariot generals. Go on. Shaken. Oh dear. Yeah, there's just a bit too much for these poor old Eastern Infantry. You've just got to hold out, guys. I'm going to get you to skirmish now because I'm a bit worried about the archers. I mean, the Eastern Infantry they've held up for a long time. Yeah, they've finally broken. But have we killed a general? Was that our captain? Wait a minute. Who is that? Pause. No, pause. Oh, we did kill a general. Well, at the very least, we did kill a general. The Eastern Infantry held up. Wow, Eastern Infantry. Let's get it, boys. Okay. Those guys didn't actually break. I'm sorry. I thought you broke. You've done a very good job. Right, now you need to kill the other Eastern General, or whatever it's called. Egyptian General. Don't you dare go across that bridge. Stay where you are. You're doing a fantastic job, guys. Hold your ground and just do your thing. Right, you get back into position, off skirmish mode. Okay, back into position. You, off skirmish mode, back into position. That's somebody dead. Is that the other general? Oh my goodness, we have killed 2 generals with a rubbish rebel army. Well, actually, as rebel armies go, this is alright. So we've got those guys all routing. If we can get the Nubian spearmen broken, we can charge across the bridge and chase down their infantry. So everyone on the Nubian spearmen. Oh, no, wait a minute. Let's calm down. There is another army, though. So we do need to chill out a little bit. But still, No, don't you do that. Just focus on the Nubian spearmen, though. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get those guys down, sadly. But, because we can't risk being killed to those guys, and I believe there are more chariots. You guys, I don't know what you're quite doing, Eastern Infantry. Now would be a bad time for you to be messing up. Just get those Nubian spearmen down. You've done an excellent job, Eastern Infantry. You've done a really good job. They've broken. Beautiful. Right. Let's just pause it again. Now, we've got plenty of arrows left. So, just fire in as much as possible. Get as many kills as possible. This has been pretty good, you know. A very, very surprising battle. Right, guys, you need to just chill out. Pick a place to stand. And just stay there, okay? You've done a really good job. Really good job. Because I thought you were going to break. Do you know what? These guys actually stop firing. No, you know what? Be decisive. Let them fire for a bit. They're having a rough old day. We have not won this yet by any means. But we are doing pretty damn well. If we can kill these 2 guys, and I don't think either of them are a general, the really good news is we killed 2 generals. So, you know, we're not going to have to deal with them later at the very least. Okay, the second lot are coming across the bridge now. Now, like I said, the Eastern Infantry, the one unit they'll be able to stand up to is probably the chariots, if they don't break. And these are... Oh, it's a general. Oh, there was another general. So there is a 3rd general we kind of do need to kill. So actually, wait a minute. They should probably all be firing on the general. All fire on the general, if you wouldn't mind. And Eastern Infantry, you need to hold for just one more moment until we get that general down, okay? Because he should go down pretty quickly. He is going down incredibly quickly, in fact. It's just, can the Eastern Infantry hold out for long enough to kill him? Or for an arrow to kill him, which will be just as important. That's the non-general chariots. The general himself is not quite sure what he's doing. Some of them have actually got around. Oh, he was in the river. He was taking a bit of a dip. And they've all broken. We've killed 3 generals. Oh my goodness, we have killed 3 generals. Well, what? Okay. We've killed 3 generals, guys. The whole army's routing. Glorious. What a glorious victory. Well, do you know what? Who are these? You guys can... You know what? No, let's get the Eastern Infantry to take down those bowmen. Or actually, no. You know what? It's their prerogative to come across the bridge. We won't pursue. Victory. Oh my goodness. Well, amazing. Right, we'll pursue down as many of them as possible. I did not expect to win this one bit. But you know what? I will absolutely take it. Beautiful stuff. Very, very proud. Particularly the Eastern Infantry, who went down to 53 men. 3 groups of generals. Not only generals, but chariots, which scare units like Eastern Infantry. And they stood up. Which is the shock of a lifetime. I will never diss Eastern Infantry again. Heroic victory indeed. Really heroic victory. 408 kills to about 100. Well done, Captain Nabukadara, whatever your name is. Brilliant stuff. Now, have we technically taken Alexandria, you know? Was there enough? There probably not. I think there was just enough men to get back to the city. But, still, really, really good stuff. Yeah, technically, we haven't taken Alexandria, but we really have crippled the Egyptians here. Now this... Oh. Okay, so they have actually got more armies out of nowhere. Now, this isn't on a bridge, as far as I know anyway. So, this might be the death of Neko Soter, you know. Okay, we have Apries Helios. That's a shame. I thought I'd killed him in the last battle. Apparently not. Now, not an amazing army by any means. Unfortunately, took that damn mercenary, you little boy. But, okay. And then Amos, another general. So, this is the difficulty with the Egyptians. Even in the early couple of turns, they just get armies out of nowhere. They've got just so many armies. It's crazy. But anyway, look, this is much more difficult because it's not on the bridge. But we'll do our best, okay? At the very worst, this army will disappear. But we have got reinforcements and we have taken one of the more important cities, which is Alexandria. So, or, you know, we've nearly taken it. And we're sweeping down from Jerusalem to come to this region as well. So, even if we do lose this, not the end of the world, but let's see what we can do. We've just pulled off one miracle. Can we do it twice in a row? Bearing in mind, of course, I cannot back off. If I back off, the units auto die. So, never ever back off as a rebels. There is no point. You might as well fight and just see how many kills you can get. Because that's what the mistake I made last episode, is that I essentially killed the general by backing off, withdrawing. So, you know, although this does not look good for Neko Soter, if he withdraws, that's the end of his life. Look, we've got a lot of skirmishers, so we can do a lot of damage at the very least, hopefully. The peasants are going to be pretty much almost useless. But, you know what, we'll just start the battle and see what happens. Let's get the general out on the flank. Oh, this general... Oh, so the Egyptian... The rebel general can't fire. Okay, I thought he was a chariot archer. Apparently not. Well, okay, look. Get the skirmishers on the general. Okay? Oh, no, wait a minute. That's not the general. That's some chariot archers. We don't want to waste them on them. Because if we can kill the general using javelins, I will consider this a mild success, regardless of anything else that happens. Peasants just come out over here. You can just sort of... You're going to be very weak to missile fire, my friend. I want you to cause as much havoc to the enemy infantry as possible, while you guys can focus on the chariots. Now, if the chariots hit, yeah, you're absolutely all screwed, because you'll just die straight away. But, you know what? I don't have a lot of hope for this battle. But we can cause a lot of damage to peasants and to bowmen. The spears we have no chance against, but whatever. You know, we'll do our best. So, you, just charge into Libyan mercenaries as quick as you can. Now, how are we doing against the general? Come on, skirmishers. If you can get a lucky hit on that chariot general, I will love you forever. Right, general's taken a lot of losses, even though he hasn't hit spearmen. Why are my chariots trash, but their ones are pretty good, eh? Well, okay, let's just get back. I don't know if we did a lot. I don't know if we've done some damage. Some units are broken, at least. But we did take some losses in the process. But obviously, we do not want to be getting into those Nubian spearmen. We have caused a bit of havoc, at the very least. These skirmishers are dead, I think, yeah, and we didn't get a single hit on them. Okay, well, look, we'll just try and cause as much havoc as possible. Get in the back of those bowmen. Bowmen are good units, so if we can, you know, cause the death of them, then that would be pretty good. But, yeah, this is, well, you know, these things happen. These things happen. We were caught out by an army. I didn't realise that Apries Helios was so close, but there you go. And we're taking an extraordinary amount of losses to Neko Soter. It's a shame, because he was our first general we ever had. First general we ever had, actually, and he's a goner now. Look, just to see what's going on with these skirmishers, because there's no point giving up quite yet. We've got Libyan mercenaries. Well, don't waste your stuff on Libyan mercenaries. Oh, do you know what? Screw it. Just do as much damage as you can, guys, at this point. I need to make sure my chariot does not charge into the spears, you naughty boy. Okay, well... well, look, just try and do as much damage to those bowmen as possible and don't charge into any more spears, because we've pretty much done all we can do anyway, to be honest. And there we go, clear defeat, 173 kills to about 300. Well, they had the massively superior army. What the problem with this is, it leaves Thebes very, very vulnerable. Now, it was a risk I had to take, because imagine if we could have taken Memphis and Alexandria consecutively. But look, at the very least, we're going to be able to take Alexandria, hopefully. Well, that is quite a few armies coming towards Alexandria, though. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Flipping hell. Flipping hell. Okay. The Thracians have put Byzantium under siege. Well, okay. We'll try and deal with that as well. Do not want to lose Byzantium. That is quite a good settlement. So, a lot is going on. Neko Soter, such a shame, dude, that you died, but that's what happens. The Gauls and the Germanics have allied. Cool. Good for them. Money is going great, though. Money is going great. Thebes is looking very vulnerable. Thebes, now all we've got in this region is two units. Now, you guys, well, you're not going to be going for Memphis now, realistically. Probably you should be going towards Thebes. Apries Helios could actually physically make it to Thebes. I'm looking at Alexandria. Now, there's a lot of armies, but they look actually quite weak. If we attacked Alexandria now, how much resistance would there be against us? Not a lot. In fact, very, very little. Well, we should do this. We've got some chariots, and we've got some rubbish, basically. Okay, well, we can fight that in a second, then. We can fight that in a second, and at least we can take Alexandria. Damascus is also under siege. Let's have a look at how bad that issue is. So we've got Damascus, which is peasant and eastern infantry against 2 units we don't know what. Now, we could get reinforcements from Palmyra over. In fact, we will do that. So I don't think we particularly need anything more there. I think we'll be okay, because we saw the eastern infantry last time. They actually did a pretty damn good job. So you guys just get over there. Get like that. Beautiful. You're nice in the zone of control now. I think you're going to be fine. There's a small Egyptian army there, but we're just going to keep moving towards Jerusalem, which shouldn't have too much. As 4 units in, I think we can probably deal with it, unless it is 4 generals. So just continue moving along, ignore the armies, and just put Jerusalem under siege. And we're going to be crippling their economy at the very least by doing that. Making public order worse, etc, etc. So we do have Jerusalem under siege. How about we try and take Alexandria now? That's got to be the next plan of action. That will be a big one. So, this should be a relatively easy battle. I'm not going to auto-resolve it because I don't want to take unnecessary losses. Although those they're chariots. Are they... No, I'm not going to auto-resolve this. I think I would take more losses that way. So we're going to go for Alexandria. Let's see if we can take the Egyptian place. Okay, here we are. At Alexandria. You can see the lighthouse over there. So we must have been fighting somewhere over there, I think. Last battle. And these guys are hopefully going to have 2 very convincing victories. Now, all that's in this city is the chariots, which we already have sort of recognised are actually fairly weak if you defend against them properly, or attack against them properly. Really, is actually the better way of putting it. So, you guys have really got to hold the ram, and then we're just going to get as many men firing on the chariots as possible. Because, like I say, low defence, they are vulnerable to missiles. And then what we'll do is we'll try and rush the city. Try and get in a nice sort of defensive position, and then when the reinforcements arrive, we'll deal with them from there. But bear in mind the reinforcements aren't that good. We should be okay. So, you get to the wall. All of you guys probably don't actually have a shot at the archers, which is fine. So just come up forward, including you guys if you don't mind. Just come up forward at your own pace, and we'll just try and get to the plaza as quickly as we can. They've got a long way to travel. So, and they're on their infantry. They're going to be tired by the time they get there, which is good. We're already in. Beautiful. Right. What we want to do is kind of do a similar thing where we bait them into spears. So we want to bait them off the plaza. So just come forward, guys, and then we'll get the 2 archers to come forward as well. I think maybe the other guys should start harassing the reinforcements, who are actually pretty damn close. Oh, flip. They got there really quickly. Okay. Yeah. Quickly try and come around there. You got there way quicker than I thought you were going to. Well, it's not a disaster if they get into the city, but I didn't particularly want them to be honest. But you know what? We'll just try and deal with it as it comes. No, you know what? They're going to get in the city, guys. Don't bother going around there. Don't bother, because all you're going to do is get hit by towers. We don't want to be stupid like that. So just look, guys, come in the city, and we'll deal with you in a minute. Because yeah, at the moment you're in range of something, and that's not very clever. So if you'd like to run, that would be great. Thank you. Okay, now you guys, we've got archers, we've got eastern infantry. So yeah, you guys need to clog up the streets. There's not a lot of you. It's only 55. If we take the city, we should be able to, hopefully, we should be able to retrain them. But we might only have access to skirmishers here, like in Thebes, which would be bad if that was the case. But they've actually got nothing on the plaza. Interesting. They've got a unit coming around here, skirmishers. Well, if you want to be a silly boy and do that, you're more than welcome to, because we have got some Arab cavalry that can charge you boys down. So, Arab cavalry can do that. I'm looking at these guys, though, more importantly. So, Eastern Infantry, look, I don't know where their armies disappeared to, but just come up here. Just run for a minute, okay? You'll be alright. And then you guys get in a position ready to fire on the plaza. If they want to play games and come off the plaza, then more than welcome to. They'll be more vulnerable. Now, you guys have gone into the skirmishes. You're going to have a rough old day, I would hope, anyway. Wavering. Yep, they're broken. Good. So we've got 1 unit broken. Right, what have we got? We've got the peasants on the plaza. We've got the chariots over there. So the chariots are essentially on the plaza at the bowman. Okay, cool. Well, these guys can just hover around here anyway. They could be useful. I don't particularly want to get the camels involved unless I have to, because we can't get new camels unless we have another general, and we just had our one and only general killed. So it's unlikely we're going to have that luxury again. But units like Eastern Infantry, at least they can be retrained at Petra at the very worst. So just everyone come forward. Archers I don't know about. Archers, it could be a long time since we get until we get archers. We need to start getting some better like practice rangers and stuff in. You guys just run, please. That's it, boys. That's it. Okay. Now, have you got a shot of those chariots? Yes, you do. Yes, you absolutely do. Right. Stand there, hold your ground, and just fire at those chariots, okay? And if we can bait them into the spears. Right, East Infantry, you've got to hold out for one more charge, man. Okay. We've managed to get their attention. How are they doing? How are they doing? They've charged in. Are they going to go down? They're going to go down quickly. Beautiful. Right, now focus on the bowmen. In fact, there's very little left. There's very little left. Guys, just chill out. Chill out back there. Now, the Arab cavalry could do something because they could charge into the back of someone. The problem is that they're on the plaza. How about if we get these guys just standing around here? They could fire onto the plaza and do some damage from this side. But the chariots we've seemed to have negated. Yes, we have. This unit of Eastern Infantry is legendary. They've gone down to 42 men, not broken once. But now we're starting to take a few hits from the bowmen. So we really need to focus on those bowmen, okay? Really focus on those damn bowmen because they're doing damage at the moment. The last couple of chariots are coming in. They're not going to have a good day against spearmen. The peasants are an absolute non-factor pretty much. So yeah, it's pretty much the bowmen. I think we can speed this up a bit. They're going down very quickly. That's the captain down. The bowmen are not having a good old day of it. Yeah, the archers are doing the business. They're absolutely doing the business. Well, this has been alright. Not been too bad at all. We've taken a few knocks to the Eastern Infantry, but actually, it's not been too bad. And there we go, victory. Okay, so we lost, about 40 men. They lost about 100. The point is, we have Alexandria, which is something I did not expect, actually, to be saying. Real shame we couldn't win that one outside of Memphis. That would have been just the icing on the cake. But, look, hopefully we're taking Jerusalem soon. Egypt do not have a lot of settlements left. They're likely to take Bostra. They do not have a lot of settlements left. They are struggling. They are on the back foot. And Alexandria is now ours. Now, the crucial thing is, what can we retrain and recruit? Only peasants. Now, what could be a disaster is Byzantium and Nicomedia, which are both under siege. Now, let's have a look at these forces. We have a captain, not a general, Captain Eptines. Now, it's 5 men. It's probably going to be Falksmen or something like that against 3, and 3 not very good ones. Now, Nicomedia I have more confidence in because we have better troops and the Pontics have not brought anything amazing. I love that name, by the way. Thought horses. Love it. Anyway, oh, there is a rebel army here. 2 militia hoplites. If you could get here in time, wait a minute, let's not do anything too rash. If you could get here in time, that could be a saving grace. I wonder if this navy could bring them over to Byzantium in time, with enough movement points. Because it could take a couple of turns for the Thracians to actually attack. No, that's not going to get here in time. Well, look, guys, get on the ship and just try and get over to Byzantium in time. You could probably get there next turn. These guys need to be moving up there anyway, unless they're going to go for Rhodes. Now, Rhodes has only got a garrison of 2, in all fairness. And I can't see another army unless they're waiting to ambush. I think they've probably put them on this ship. They have. Probably to go and deal with me over in Greece. So, I think Rhodes should be our next target. So, you 3... come up from Pergamum. You're going to be a force that's going to try and help save Byzantium or retake it if necessary. Pergamum we can retrain there. We've got a few guys here. Sardis doesn't need all these men. Absolutely does not need all of them. So how about 4 of you go over towards Halicarnassus ready to attack Rhodes soon. Then 2 of you also be diverted up north. And then Sardis, because it's no one's near them, we should be okay. So that's alright. So even if they do take Byzantium, I'm confident that we can retake it pretty quickly. Now, Athens, what's this mess? What are these forces? Have we got some new... Oh, that's big. Oh, no. Wait a minute, that didn't randomly spawn. Those are the lads from Cydonia. I thought we'd been incredibly lucky then, and we had a spawn of 2 Cretan archers. No, they are the ones from Cydonia, but that's big. So Athens is no longer under siege, And even better, we can now go on the offence against Corinth and then eventually Sparta, which is not looking too hot, although they probably will have Spartan hoplites, which are going to be a little bit tricky. So we need to get a force down here. We do have this force of Captain Alpius, who maybe eventually could help in taking Termon as well. I'm not sure. It depends on the Brutii I get there. But you guys just need to get down here. Okay, just stupid Macedonians. Oh yeah, but we have all these men. We have a massive army. What am I talking about? Okay, this is good. Just attack this guy for a second. That's fine. Withdraw for a second, which doesn't kill you if you do it in this way. You need to join the army as well. We're going to get all these guys into one big army. This is going to be our sort of wrecking ball in the Greece region. This is going to be tough. Even though they've got Macedonian cavalry, we've got a lot of hoplites. This is quite a good army. So now we're going to attack him again. Is he going to back off like a little coward? Yes, he does. And now I think we can put Corinth under siege. That means we'll be in a defensive battle because he's likely to attack us. If not, we'll still have the advantage, I think, in Corinth, because this is about as stronger armies we're going to have in this region. And I really want to have this sort of Greek peninsula as mine. So, I think we need to put Corinth absolutely under siege. So do that. Just wait a minute. There we go. Okay, so Corinth is under siege. Get as much stuff as you can. Get some good old stuff. There we go. It's a nice selection. Okay, beautiful. So we've got, that's a beautiful army. That's just something else. That's something else. Now we've got a nice bit of navy over here as well. So, not a huge amount more we can do in this region, I don't think. But you know what? I think I'm actually going to end this episode here. Aquincum is going to be gone in a few turns, by the way, as well, instantly, because the Dacians are nearby. That's not a big issue, though. Yeah, I'm going to end this here because we could go on forever otherwise. We can't take Jerusalem now, can we? Otherwise, I will. No. Okay, we'll do it next time. So, absolutely going to be the end now. Next time, we are going to be, well, trying to sort out this mess in Egypt. Really, there's not a lot of Egyptians left. Only Memphis and Jerusalem and, well, technically Bostra very soon. And then we're going to have a big battle outside of Corinth. We're going to be trying to defend Byzantium and Nicomedia. And also just trying to sort out the mess in the European region. Trying to defend Massilia and all that. It's going to be fun. So, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you around.